We played him in the ruck. Ted Crow.
Crowy! He wouldn't tap the ball down to the Rovers. He'd bloody spike it. After he broke Digger Kiley's nose, our small men wouldn't rove to him.
The sprinter?
Robbie Wilson.
Grease lightning.
He'd get 5 yards on his man, tuck the ball under his arm, and he'd never bounce the friggin' thing. He holds a club record for getting pinged 6 times in his first game. Had to be dragged.
His sprint to the bench was something though. Remember the crowd was cheering him on?
I think he breasted the boundary line.
Corey Dunn.
The jockey. Silly little bastard. He never worked out that it didn't matter what he weighed. He'd fast from Thursday to Saturday.
If we could have got him up to 70 kilos, he could have been anything.
No chance. He was always in the bloody sauna.
And he was smoking at quarter time, half time and 3/4 time. Half a pack a game. He had me holding his lighter.
Oh, Corey.
Where are we going to play Rogers? He's not far off.
Poor sap grew up playing squash. It's not his fault, but if it's not in your blood, how can you be any good at this game? It's too hard. When we were kids, we slept with the footy. Played kick to kick until dark. The first time my dad took me to Windy Hill, I wore my boots. Geez, I love me footy cards. I've got every set from 75 to 82.
I couldn't get Geoff Raines' card in 1980.
Hard card to get. Cost me 2 Ron Ashmans, 1 Val Perovic and a Gary Sidebottom. The walls of your bedroom needed Jezza, Dakes, Ablett and Dermy.
I had a poster of Samantha Fox.
Rogers probably grew up looking at posters of bloody Jeff Hunt and Jahangir Khan. There's a rite of passage those blokes haven't gone through. They've never idled for hours in the car park at Waverley. They've never met at the Cricketers' Arms for a beer before a big one at the G, and they've never walked home after watching their team lose the granny. The problem with Rogers is he's never seen Diesel hit a target and wonder, how did he know the bloke was there? And how did he get it to him? And if I showed him, he still wouldn't know what he's seeing.
Took me 3.5 hours to walk home from Essendon and Carlton in 93.
You should have left at half time.
Spag bowl or steak, boys?
What would you have?
I'd steer clear of the spag bowl.
2 steaks, Rusty.
So, Rogers or Walford?
Tell Rogers he's playing in the early game. Mate, the Sharks.
Got us twice last year.
Yeah, well, not this week.
What have you gone with here?
Well, this is a Japanese, because of the tragedy in Japan. I thought that we could use what has happened in there, as a bit of inspiration. Can you imagine what I would do if I could do all I can? Sun Tzu. I think he's like a god.
In Japan?
In Japan, yeah. Well, look at the name.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what I would do if I could do all I can? And what I'd like to do this mob this week?